Hello! It's day 5 of Vlogmas, and I am still surprised that I managed. Yes, I am not quite sure what I'll be making today, and it is already afternoon, so the kids will be home soon. Now, they are at their grandmother's. She is not old enough to be a risk group, and she lives in the next house over, so they are quite naturally in our bubble. Because try to keep the kids away from grandma's when they can literally see her or her house all the time. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Now, if you're wondering why my face looks extra gross today, allergies, my friends. Allergies. And I still can't decide what I want to make today, because the serger that I ordered yesterday, after finding out that my other one didn't work, wasn't in stock, so they couldn't ship it and they didn't know when it was going to be. I got a message like 1 o'clock in the night, because apparently they were working late, that they had sent it and that it should be with me within 2 days. And you know, to contact them if it was more than 5 days, because something would be wrong, probably, I suppose. But within 2 days, they said. So that means that at a maximum of 5 days, it will be with me on Friday. And now I do have a lot of projects that I would like to use the serger for, because I feel like that's a sturdier seam in a way, or more comfortable seam. So I'm trying to decide which projects I would be okay with not using a serger for. And I've got one, and I thought, oh, that's great, I can do that one. And then I realized that I'm waiting for some things for that one. And also, I don't have the matching thread, and I forgot to buy that. So I'm gonna see if my local yarn shop, or any other shop that is local to me, sells thread, so that I can make it. So I think I will be spending some time just cutting out patterns I know I want to make now leading up to Christmas, because I don't think anyone really wants to see me cut out patterns, although I do find the sound of the rotary cutter, whew, it's real nice. Is that just me? Anyone? Oh, okay, just me, I'm a weirdo. I'm fine with it. So yeah, I'll be cutting out some pattern pieces. This is where I keep my pattern pieces. It is a big ass folder. I have actually just gotten started with printed patterns and cutting out sizes, so I mean, it squishes together, but it's already getting full. So I think I will be probably making one folder per thing in the end, because this is probably not gonna hold up. So I'm just gonna take the patterns that I'm gonna trace out of this. So instead of cutting out patterns, I made a run to the store, and I managed to get some more of the yarn. I am not completely convinced that this is the right color, but it was the closest that I could find, and it was the same color as one of the ball bands that I had, because I dropped 2 on the floor, and I don't know which one's which. And then I bought another ball in hopes that one ball will make another one, because I couldn't decide which kid to give this one to. Till. I'm sorry, which kid to give this one to. Till is the Swedish word for two. And in case you didn't know, I'm Swedish. And then I bought the thread that I was missing for one of the projects. So I might actually make that one. I don't know. But now I do have the thread. I don't have the bands that I need, but I could do everything up to the point where I put the bands on it. And then just continue when I get the bands, hopefully this week. I also bought allergy pills, because so pretty, but so horrible for me. And I wanted to spice up the kids' bed for Christmas. So I bought this really cute bedding set. It's called Rudolph, and it's flannel. It's so soft. So a small snag in my plans. As I was getting ready to cut out my pieces. One, I seem to have forgotten to cut out some parts. Like this one, that's not supposed to be here. And the second one is that I am two different sizes. So I have to grade the pattern. And I know what size I am up here and down there, so I have to make some kind of a smooth transition between them. But I don't really know where. And I think I might also have to shorten the bodies a bit. So I'm gonna have to find a way to try this on, because I don't have fabric to make a muslin or a mock-up. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take a small piece of tape and tape this together at the shoulders and at the side and try it on like half of west to see where the pattern hits me, and if it hits me center or if it goes all the way to the other side, you never know. So that's what I will do. And now I've got one half of a paper garment. So I'm gonna try this on. Now that I know that I won't be too small, I need to repeat the same thing with the outer fabric, because that was just the lining. And the outer fabric is 4 pieces, and they are all very different shapes, so that's gonna be fun. Now, I also tried this on. I'm a little bit more dubious on whether this will fit. But I'm a little bit more uncertain on whether this will fit, but I don't think it will be too small. Now, I did forget to put them together with seam allowance, so I'm basically thinking that it will probably fit perfectly. Now this is quite a tight-fitted dress anyways, and I tend to like my dresses a little bit looser, but I think this will be fine, because I did like the outcome of it. I saw them finished once and I was like, I need to get that pattern. I love drafting my own patterns and alterations and such, but this one was just perfection. So I will be cutting this out. I was just gonna do the smaller size for my daughter, but I realized that mine's actually gonna take up a lot more fabric space, so I should probably do mine first to make sure that I can fit mine properly. Now I've cut out the lining for both the dresses. Now it's quite unfavorable putting the tiny kid's dress next to mine. It makes me look ginormous. I'm not a completely normal size. But yes, I got the front and back lining. And as I said earlier, the thread is in the mail. It's currently being shipped. And I expect to have it this week, hopefully. I think it is... Actually, let me check that. Okay, so the thread is in the mail and it is currently 1 city away from me, so I should hopefully get that on Monday. That entirely depends on how much extra postage there is going around now in Christmas times. But yes, no, that should hopefully come on Monday. But seeing as this is the lining, no seams will really be seen. So I was thinking I'd just use some of my dark green thread. This is a bottle green, so it's not quite the same. But I'm thinking that it probably won't show that much, and I'll just sew these together so that I can try it on and see how the fit is before I cut into the main fabric, because that's a lot of fabric usage, and I do have extra of this one. So if this doesn't fit, it's basically back to the drawing board and just making the dress a size bigger, or if it turns out horribly loose, one size smaller, and trying to fit a paper pattern on a tiny wiggly thing isn't really possible either, so I will do the same thing to the smaller one and try to fit that on her. Let's sew this together. Now, when I am actually making the dress, I'm only supposed to have sewn the shoulders together, so I will have to take out the stitches in the sides, so I'm not gonna baste those. Baste those? I will have to take out the stitches in the sides, so I won't backstitch those. Now all the seams on both bodices have been sewn, and I will go and check this for size on my daughter, because she is very tired and I need to have this done before she goes to sleep. I fitted the dress on the baby, which was actually a lot easier than fitting it on me. I think both me and my itty bitties are happy with this. Now there will be a skirt weighing it down, because right now it kind of want to ride up. But if I tug it down a bit, I think that it fits. So I will proceed to cut out the other pieces. And even though this pattern is drafted for someone who's 5'5", which I'm not, I think it is hitting me at the right place. It is possible that it was supposed to hit me here, but I don't think it is. I'm gonna ask in the pattern group anyways. So I took a picture and I posted it in the pattern group, and it is indeed supposed to hit me a bit higher. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I wanna shorten the bodies. There are about 1,000,000 pieces, as you might have seen before. If not, I'll just show you. This is the stack of pieces. Actually minus one, because that's the skirt piece. That I will have to edit. That was my daughter's dress, but the adult size has the same amount of pieces. It's more or less exactly the same, but in bigger sizes. So now what I'm thinking that I might be able to do, as someone so lovingly pointed out, is just take... This is not cooperating, like, whatsoever. I seem to have twisted it multiple times around itself. That's probably not great for it. No. What I might be able to do is just take 1 inch off the bottom on all of the pieces. Because to start and try to modify the length like at the middle of the pattern, that sounds absolutely horrible. And seeing as the pattern actually hugged my curve perfectly, I don't really want to start messing with that and have things fitting differently. So I think that I will just try taking 1 inch off the bottom all the way on all of the pieces. Well, at least I will probably have a dress that fits me, because the dress is drafted for someone that's 5'5", and I am maybe 5'3", might be 5'2", but I think I'm 5'3". I'm 162 centimeters, I think. I don't know, I actually haven't seen how tall I am in 10 years? 12? So who knows how tall I am, but I'm not 5'5". And now my last project, my editing project, because I am currently editing the video and I've realized I have forgotten to film an outro, is this guy. This is gonna be a tiny T-Rex. I still haven't decided which kid I want to give it to, or if I'm just gonna keep it for myself because it's so cute. But yes, I'm making progress. I am currently down to the lower part of the body, and then I'm gonna make a tail and some lovely spikes. But yeah, this has been day 5 of Vlogmas. I am actually very proud of myself for somehow managing to make the time to film and edit and post and actually having some kind of content to share. Because, well, if I were to do one of those just a day in my life, all you would see is playing with kids. So I hope that you are all well and staying safe, and I will see you tomorrow.